All right, lower prices at the pump for your holiday travel, and now we just need the weather to cooperate so everyone gets to their destination safely.
Yes, exactly. And as of right now, I mean, all of that looks pretty good, at least around Oklahoma. There could be some snow maybe in the panhandle by the time we get to Christmas, but it doesn't look like it's going to be all that much, that's for sure. But we'll fine tune it as we get a little bit closer, of course. Today, we're certainly dry. We just have a lot of cloud cover. Now you can definitely see some sunshine still out in parts of western Oklahoma, but eventually even those clouds will start to fill in as we go throughout the afternoon. So temperatures today, they're not really stopping from climbing to well above normal. Typically this time of year, highs should only be in the upper 40s, so we're doing pretty good. We've got low 50s already. This is our American Fidelity camera up of our Lucky Star Skycam network. The winds out of the south today at 17 miles an hour. We do have wind gusts as high as around 25 or so. We're kind of looking at the low to upper 50s across the north, so kind of depends on where you're looking. But across the southern half of the state, anywhere between the low 50s to the upper 50s as well. Low to mid 50s in central Oklahoma, lots of low 50s across the far east. There's a south wind between about 15 to as much as around 30 to at times 35 miles an hour, more so just kind of west of I-35. So certainly windy again this afternoon. Later this evening, we're going to stay breezy, but the gusts should start to ease up just a little bit. We do have another wave of rain on the way. That next wave is just to the south and west. You can see some of that moving over New Mexico right now. So it's going to take its time, but eventually it should move into parts of at least southwest Oklahoma, far western Oklahoma by early tomorrow morning. And then the next storm, as we get into the weekend, that's actually out in the Pacific, making its way into land. So over the next several hours, are going to be dry but cloudy and fairly cool and a little breezy. So when does the rain move in? Well, it could actually take its time. I think by early tomorrow morning, probably not even moving into the state yet, but by late morning, early afternoon, eventually some light to moderate rain will move into the far western and southwest part of the state. Later in the afternoon and early evening, eventually that will make its way across I-35 and becoming a little bit more scattered as well. That's going to continue through late afternoon and early evening. By late evening and into tomorrow night, a lot of that will slowly move off to the east, and by Friday morning, there's still at least a chance of some light rain in central Oklahoma, but most of the rain will have moved well off to the east. And we could even work in maybe a little bit of sunshine, I think, by late Friday afternoon, but generally it does look like we're going to be back in the mid and upper 50s for really much of the state despite the rain coming in. So today, looking for a high of about 59 in Oklahoma City, but still shooting for the low 60s across the north. 63 in Lawton, 65 in Alta, 62 later today in Ardmore. Overnight tonight, it's going to be chilly, but not terribly cold. We're only dropping down into the upper 40s this time in Oklahoma City, but 48 in Ponca City, 52 in Alva, 53 in Clinton, 52 tomorrow morning in Lawton. And during that time, again, the rain's going to start to move in from the south and west. It's just going to be a little bit higher chance in far southwest Oklahoma. So I think in the morning, we're dry in Oklahoma City, but tomorrow afternoon, eventually the rain does move in, but I still think we see those highs back in the upper 50s. 63 though in Ponca City, 63 in Stillwater, about 61 tomorrow afternoon in Ardmore. So tomorrow afternoon, rain likely across the west, eventually moving off to the east. So tomorrow evening and into tomorrow night, much of the state will have at least see some rain. Friday morning, there's just slight chance, kind of basically east of I-35. The farther east you go, those chances will be a lot higher. So for Friday afternoon, temperatures in the low 60s. You can see the front to the north and west, but it's not going to quite come through Oklahoma City. We are looking at the upper 50s in Alva, 54 in Woodward, 57 in Clinton and far eastern Oklahoma, the mid and upper 50s as well. So for Friday afternoon, just a slight chance of some very light rain or drizzle kind of lingering. By the time we get into the weekend, though, we've got another storm coming through. So after the two storms combined, it does look like we could potentially see maybe anywhere from an inch to an inch and a half, basically along and just east of I-35. Southeast Oklahoma seeing a lot more. In the northwest, we're going to see a lot less. So kind of looking at the Christmas outlook already, Christmas Eve looks mild. I think the rain moves out very late Saturday night. So for Christmas Eve day itself, still cloudy but mild. Christmas morning dropping down into the upper 30s, but Christmas day itself is certainly looking chilly but dry with temperatures in the 40s. We'll be right back.